Guys, spirituality isn't for the faint of heart. It's not a trend. It's not something easy. It's not all self-care Sundays and taking a bubble bath and going to meditate and posting pictures of yourself doing yoga. There's all the inner work that you do too. And if you're on a spiritual path, I'm sure you already know that and know that some of this is very hard and very, sometimes like, I don't know, trying to take off these masks that you're under is like scratching your skin off with your own fingernails, and it's painful and it's hard. And in this Divine Feminine Awakening series, part 11, closely following my part 10 that I just posted, you know, I just want to say, we as spiritual women, we have a responsibility. We are the mothers of the world, and as mothers, we are givers of life, and we have a responsibility to this world to make sure that all the world's children are taken care of, because we are the vessels of our Divine Mother on earth and of Gaia herself. And it's up to us to speak up to ensure that all the world's children are being taken care of, not just our own children, but all the children. And there are so many children right now that are being harmed by war, harmed by climate change, harmed by violence in the home, and so many other issues. And they don't have a voice to speak up for them, because a lot of times their own mothers do not have the ability to do that, because they are so subjugated in the societies that they live in. And so many of us are. And we have to be willing to step up to the plate and say, no, these things that are happening are not right. And maybe that doesn't sound like spirituality to you, but the two purposes of spirituality are, one, to explain the unexplainable, and two, to make us better people. And you can't be a good person if you are ignoring bad things happening in the world. And we can't sweep things under the rug. We can't say, oh, everything is fine, because everything is very clearly not fine. And we need to do something about it. And I have said in previous parts that there is basically 3 steps that we need to take to make peace. And first is meditation, because meditation helps you find peace within yourself. And then number 2 is listening with an open heart, because you can't really find common ground with someone if you have not heard their story. And once you do hear their story and they hear yours, you form a bond of the heart. And that's where transformation really happens, is in relationship and through that open, honest, trusting communication. And once we listen, we find compassion. And when we have compassion, we really are able to see everyone as reflections of the divine. And when we can do that, when we can really, really see everyone through the eyes of compassion, that is how we make real change in this world. And that is what we need so badly. Because right now, there are so many people that are stuck in fear. There are so many people living day to day, paycheck to paycheck, in survival mode. There are people who are refugees, people who are homeless, people who are starving to death. And these are problems that, like, we need to fix it now, because people are dying right now. We need to do something right now. And your voice is your power. And if you are a woman who is able to speak up, who has a platform like this, like what we have here on TikTok, or as a writer, I feel a very deep responsibility to speak up about social justice, because to me, social justice and spirituality are intertwined, because creating peace is what spirituality is for. It is not just laws and rules. Laws and rules are meant to be a guidepost. It's supposed to represent our values, and values in this world have gone badly astray, because our technological development has advanced without our moral development advancing, because the same relationship issues, the same subjugation, the same slavery, the same patriarchal worldview has been permeating our society for thousands of years. Nothing has changed. We have not changed. Yeah, on the face of things, things have changed, but the underlying issues are still there. They are still the same, and we need to make a change. We need to make a drastic shift in our values and in what we consider to be important. And We need to shift from a desire for power and control to love and compassion. That is the only way that we as humanity survive. And with things being in crisis mode right now, I've laid out some basic steps that would be very, very helpful to make this world better. And I think that this is what we need to do to fix our world. Number one, we need world peace. We need world peace now. We need a one world government, and we already have the United Nations. And the United Nations has plans to basically solve every problem there is. They have lots of smart people there at the United Nations. And we need to listen to them, because right now, money that goes to the United Nations predominantly goes to peacekeeping, which means it puts boots on the ground where there is a conflict. It's not going, and donating to humanitarian causes through the United Nations is voluntary. The World Food Program is voluntary. The fighting climate change is voluntary. And with countries like the United States not signing on to the Paris Agreement, it puts climate change in huge jeopardy. And this earth is our children's future. And if we kill our mother, if we kill our children, what does that make us? That's not good. So, to take care of our people, the other things we need social justice, we need equality, we need to see the value and goodness and beauty and brightness in every single soul on this earth. Everyone is here for a purpose. Everyone is here for a reason. Everyone has something beautiful to offer. We need to provide for our people. We need to give them universal basic income. We need to give them medical care. We need to give them access to clean water, clean food. We need to prioritize children and their well-being and their education and what we are feeding these young minds, because our children are our future too. And when we're killing our children, what good are we? If we can't even love our children, what are we? We are nothing if we don't love our children. And that's the crux of things. And the other thing we need to do, along with finding empathy for people, is neuroscience research, because it has shown in research that the brains of sociopaths are different than the brains of normal people. We have people who are deranged individuals running around out there wild and free, creating chaos in this world. And in order to have some kind of basis for empathy, compassion, perspective taking, we need to make sure that we are learning about the brain and the plasticity of our minds, because our minds are our creators of our reality. And it's like law of attraction, like attracts like, and our minds are magnets, and everything that we think then is what we bring into this world. So we need to make sure that we are focusing on high ideals, on prioritizing love, compassion, kindness, the well-being of everyone. And we need to make that our priority in this world as spiritual women. We need to be using our voice as much as humanly possible. We need to be using our hands. We need to be helping people at every possible opportunity. And that's what our spirituality needs to be. Our spirituality needs to be aimed at creating these changes that the world needs to be able to survive. See you in the next video. Love you. Let me know in the comments what you think and what you would like me to delve into further. Thank you.